going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caroga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. You here to make war? We surrender. False word. Important things are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's gonna be under one roof. You're gonna run it like a business. That means you're gonna make a profit.
Look, these three words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to BedLife 5 channel. Hail Caroga.
Hello world, it's BedLife 5, Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for Monday, December 28th, 2020, the last BedLife and the last Monday of the year. Qapla, I apologize for being late. It could not be helped. NephewOPrey and I have been watching NephewOPrey all day. SisOPrey dropped him off here about, 6:30 in the morning. And then she had to follow her moving truck to help move her from the other side of Queens to her new house in New Jersey. And then later tonight, if all goes well, else in the morning, she will pick Charlie up and bring him home to his new home in rural New Jersey, as opposed to very urban Astoria, Queens. And it's been a hectic day here. Charlie has punched me, kicked me, stolen my glasses, played with the Stream Deck, pressed all the buttons on my computer, gave me a few jabs to the face, pulled quite a bit of hair on my chest and my face, my beard, tried to take my nose, and kicked me a couple of places where a man does not want to be kicked. It's been one of those days. And God only knows what he's been doing to NephewOPrey, but she won't complain. So, yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome. Dan23, I know there were people earlier in the chat, but this is as far back as the chat goes. Oh, Joseph Patrick just donated €2 to Super Chat. Says, entertain me like there is no tomorrow. Qapla. Well, Joseph, we are so close to the end of 2020. There may be no tomorrow. I hesitate to even use terms like that at this point. Crazy things are going to happen. On a web forum I visit, a guy made a promise that he said the aliens were going to come down, and if they didn't reveal themselves by the end of 2020, he was going to do something quite drastic. But in this big spiel he gave, he said that we were under a quarantine. And he wrote this in 2017. And now it's 2020, and it's kind of like the whole world is under quarantine. And I'm wondering if he didn't know something I didn't. And maybe the aliens will show themselves in the next couple days. We don't know. John Iraqi with the $1 super chat. Qapla, John Iraqi, thank you so much. Happy New Year's Eve almost to both of you. So Dan23 appears as first on my chat and says, I just saw an advert on TV for TOS where it says they had holograms, but the footage was of Captain Kirk phasing in and out from episode The Tholian Web. Interesting. Rock Solid Productions donated $2 through Super Chat. Says no camera and no mic. Carogan production quality. I bet you guys are hearing the mic. Super Chat says yes, there's Mike. You sons of bitches. I mean, Happy New Year, Rock Solid. Thank you for the Super Chat. You guys can hear me just fine. Now I gotta bring the chat up again. So yes, and last night I did interview. I was part of the panel that interviewed Cirroc Lofton and other members of the Seventh World Podcast, including Aaron Eisenberg's widow and the producer they got going there, Ryan, I think. Ryan, a French name, something. And he admitted that his actual first name is a very French name, but his middle name is Ryan. But here in the United States, he uses Ryan because nobody can pronounce the French name. And in France, nobody can pronounce Ryan. That was an interesting story. 47 Yorktown says, hello all. Qapla 47 Yorktown. Professor Brainy Speck says, hey to Dan 23 and 47 Yorktown. And Qapla to me, Qapla. And I wrote at 4:31 that I might be a little late today. And indeed, I was 16 or 17 minutes late. Apologies. And Professor says, might. BedLife 5 is late. Richie Poole says, late, never. And Richie Poole says, BedLife will be late because he's changing NephewOPrey's diaper. At least that's my guess anyway. Well, I didn't have to change the diaper, but I was holding him quite a bit today. Mr. Lundell's Groovy Movies. Qapla, Mr. Lundell. And it skipped. Bird doing church life is all you need to become an atheist. Says somebody with no name. A man with no name. T-Berg donated $5.
Some 4 hours from Earth.
T-Berg with a $5 Canadian super chat. Says, I'll pay you warhead insurance for this stream, Bird. Oh, geez. Warheads and space engineers. I found a couple of hidden warheads around the Carogan base. I'd suspect Anti-Trekker, but I know his internet's been down. So I'm kind of confused. We got somebody with no name that says bird doing church life is all you need to become an atheist. Now, I know Professor Brainy Specs was having a problem with his name not showing up last week, but it seems to be showing up today. Lord Thoth, Qapla, says afternoon to everyone. Todd Tyler says Qapla. And what's this? Another $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Aravic Sonder for the $5 super chat says, Qapla, BedLife. I liked your question for Cirroc, but the answer he gave was sad and outrageous. It absolutely was. Frankly, it was not at all the impression I had gotten. Frankly, it was not at all the impression I'd gotten from the Deep Space Nine documentary and other videos kind of surrounding it. And like we knew he didn't want to be in the DS9 documentary. I'm sure he could have had he wanted to be. So maybe he has a person. I don't know. I don't want to say something, obviously, that's not true. But I mean, does he have a personal gripe with someone who was part of the documentary that he didn't want to be there? Was he legit just too busy that the particular, I mean, they were filming that documentary for years and years and years, 3 or 4 years. So it seems hard to believe that he was just busy the weekend they were ready for him or something, and they couldn't get him in. I mean, so I would say, maybe he was legit busy, but considering how long they recorded for that documentary, that just doesn't make any sense. The only thing I can think of is he didn't want to be in it. And if he didn't want to be in it, does that mean because there was somebody he didn't want to see? I don't know. And I hate to speculate. We have very, very little of the story, but I do take Cirroc at his word that Avery Brooks would come back, would act, would take a part in a movie or a TV show or anything really. So suffice to say, he gets equal respect as anyone else in his position should get. And I agree. I mean, we want to see Avery Brooks back. And if it's Star Trek, that's great. But if it's not Star Trek, if it's Orville or some other sci-fi or not sci-fi at all, if it's American X2, American History X2, whatever, I don't care. I just want to see Avery Brooks back. So yeah, it was eye-opening. I'm glad I asked the question. Hello, NephewOPrey.
When they
Uh-huh.
in front of your whole audience,
Uh-huh.
not to get so excited and loud.
Okay. NephewOPrey just fell asleep. So NephewOPrey is putting me under a gag order.
Just a little lower.
A little lower than usual. Okay, so guys, don't get me angry. Don't get me upset. If I get upset and NephewOPrey wakes up, NephewOPrey is gonna blame you. No, don't cry, NephewOPrey. Yes, we're both quite tired. Welcome, Todd Richie Poole. Says missed his calling to be a religious comedian. BedLife missed his calling to be a religious comedian. His church life was hilarious. I wasn't going for hilarious. Supreme Chancellor Qapla says greetings from the Coruscant. It sounds so familiar. John Meyer, Qapla, John Meyer. No name says I just hope Bird won't fall asleep during the stream. Joseph Petrick says greetings from the future. Greetings, Joseph. Kennewick Sapien says now because of God Emperor Caroga, there is only 1 degree of separation between me and Jake Sisko. Absolutely. Everybody's world's got a little smaller. That means there's only 2 degrees of separation between me and Nicole DeBoer. Professor Brainy Specs says, is the future any better than the past? To Joseph. Richie Poole, Joseph, how is the future today? John Meyer says, okay, so Bird does church life and rubs elbows with the emissary son. Time to call him Kai Bird. Richie Poole says, Professor Brainy Specs, the future is the past. For those who are further in the future, I see no reason you need to speak in riddles, Joseph. No Name says, did Bird interview Cirroc Lofton, or is this just a summary? I was part of a panel, including Orville Nation, our own Deej Odyssey, and meteorologist Katie, who interviewed Cirroc Lofton and 2 other members of the Seventh Rule podcast. Richie, that was yesterday on Orville Nation channel. So if you want to watch it, it's there. You can check it out. Richie Poole says BedLife is late again. Sorry, Richie. Yes, this was all before I even came on. Joseph says wet and dark and taste well, Professor. And Richie, Professor says Bird was on a panel yesterday, and the panel interviewed Cirroc Lofton and others from the Seventh Rule podcast. Absolutely. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Richie Poole says, Joseph, what does the future taste like? Professor says, I'm very tired of the present and recent past. Joseph says, sweet and salty to Richie Poole. Richie says, Professor, I hear the future tastes good. Professor says, I think I am cursed forevermore. Not you, Professor. And Professor says, I can't take it anymore. I'm sorry to hear that. Lord Thoth says, nah, all good. Mike Richards says, the future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. Richie Poole says, can we fine BedLife $50 for every minute he's late? No, you can't fine me. That's not how it works. If you can fine me, then I can demand $50 tax for every minute I go early. Joseph can warn us if something bad happens in the future so we can prevent it. Yeah, but the jerky won't do it. Rock Solid says, release the hounds, hail on Caroga, hashtag birds late. And Professor Brainy Specs wants $1,400. Richie Poole wants $1 million. Professor will settle for $1,400. Rock Solid Productions says, if I had $1 million, ... Dan 23 says 8 minutes late. Pixelate channel is yelling late. Pixelate channel, the first citizen of Caroga. Rock Solid Productions says, I would buy Bird a clock. If he had $1 million, he'd buy Bird a clock. Richie Poole says, I'd settle for nothing less than $500,000. Rock Solid says, I'd settle to never have to pay any tax again on anything, since taxation is simply legal theft. Dan 23 says hi to Professor Brainy Specs, who says hello back. Richie Poole says, who will pay for the roads we drive on, or the military that protects you, Rock Solid? The same thing that paid for those things prior to World War II, tariffs. Positive Candor says BedLife is late. Hector says, is Bird late? Yes, I was. Professor says, Bird is always late. Rock Solid says, well, here in Illinois, we have some of the highest taxes in the country and some of the worst roads. They raid the road builders fund constantly. So it's not like my taxes go to the roads. Dan says, if you look back in the chat, it does say that he may be late. Yes, I warned everybody. Rock Solid says, we also had a military before taxes, so there is a way to figure it out. Prior to the passage of the whatever amendment that legalized income tax, virtually all government funds was raised through tariffs. That was the sole means the founders gave the federal government to raise money. And the fact that they couldn't tax people, especially in income tax, was a protection on the military or the government getting too big, and they knew it. There would simply be no way to get a giant bloated bureaucracy from tariffs. And the moment that we legalized the income tax, we kind of short-circuited one of the great protections put into our Constitution by the founding fathers. So it was kind of all downhill from there. Roxanne says, we also had yes. Dan says, it's not like the motorway in England that went into the middle of a field where they never extended anywhere. Richie Poole says, maybe that field was the destination. Was it a nice field? Lord Thoth says, hope you're good, BedLife 5. Thank you, Lord. Like I said, it was a very busy day for us here. But okay at the moment. Kennewick says, Bird is late because of day job selling live crabs on the street corner in Flushing. Saw him this morning. I highly doubt it was me you saw at Kennewick. Dan says there was nothing but grass in the field. I saw the map where it was supposed to go. They just never continued building. Oh wow, we are so far behind in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna have to just read the @BirdoPrey 5s and the occasional post. Professor Brainy Specs says, is there audio? Of course there was, but I made it louder. T-Berg sci-fi text says, sorry Bird, was late because the bomb squad was sweeping his space engineer base for warheads. Prox Out says, make sure you're not muted, BirdoPrey. Thank you. Richie Poole says, BirdoPrey is probably full of himself today because he got to interview Jake Sisko. I don't know about full of myself, but I think I did ask the best question of the night. I gotta give myself a good pat on the back. Robert Rose Jr. says, hello today, BirdoPrey, MomOPrey, and Sassy. Hope you're all doing well today. Late, yes, you are. Hail Caroga. No, not hail on Caroga. T-Berg says, if Bird's head was inflated and lighter than air, he'd never crash. That is factually accurate. Dan23 puts in the buffering icon. I hope you've refreshed. Rock Solid says, BirdoPrey, no camera, no mic. I have a mic, but no camera today. Too likely to have to turn it off too much with NephewOPrey. Richie Poole says, Dear Sop. Who's Sop? SisterOPrey? SisterOPrey is not here today. She's at her new place, hopefully by now. Caroga Knight says, Viva Caroga. Viva Adventures in Babysitting. Adventures in Babysitting, the original movie, surprisingly holds up incredibly well. Dan23 says, Klingon Bird of Prey. Sir, she's arming torpedoes. T-Berg says, raise the Crimson Shield. Eastland Burkholder, Qapla Eastland says, hey Bird. Hello, Eastland. Dan23 says, I don't think BirdoPrey is urban. Well, I'm in a fairly urban area. Robert Rose says, hello then today to Charlie O'Prey too. Thank you, Robert. John Araki says, even after all that, Charlie is less rough on you than Auntie. Hakeem says, BirdoPrey. Bird, hope you and your family are doing well. Thank you, Hakeem. I hope you are doing well as well. Eastland says, what is it I hear about the Crown Prince, future Emperor? He appears to like physical activity, boxing perhaps. Definitely felt like he intentionally elbowed me a couple of times in the kidney area. Darth Maul says, so Charlie is fighting for control of Caroga with all that punching and hair pulling. Yeah, he might be. And Dan has had experience with babies trying to take classes before. Professor Positive Candor says, at least Charlie is taking over already. That's what you guys want to see, Charlie take over Caroga. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings, BirdoPrey, MomOPrey, SisoPrey, Ballbuster O'Prey, aka Charlie, and fellow nerds, Qapla, Mountains of Elysium. Pixelate Channel Waves. Professor Brainy Spec says, Joseph, I take it back. There will be a tomorrow. Can't torment more if there isn't a tomorrow. Joseph Patrick says, Professor Brainy Specs, I will be able to tell you in 38 minutes. Which is probably pretty close. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings to Sassy, Chaser of Cats. Yeah, what's up, Mom?
That's the state.
Yes. Beep you downstairs. Okay. We're listening for NephewOPrey. Mountains of Elysium says, greetings to Set. Sassy, Chaser of Cats, Eater of Cookies, Stalker of Cardinals, Defiler of cushions and scourge of the squirrels. Aroo! Dan23 says, Bird of Prey, maybe it was predicted on The Simpsons. It might have been. It might have been. Remember the alpaca mo, says Mountains of Elysium. I remember the Temple of Peace that was brutally defiled by Anti-Tracker. Richie Poole says, Bird of Prey, the aliens will reveal themselves tomorrow. They are all the world's beagles. Sassy is your overlord. Get used to it. I'm not surprised. Sassy's already in charge here. Professor Brainy Specs says, Bird of Prey had that problem recently. My name didn't show up in chat. Yes, I remember. I wonder whose name it isn't showing up right now. John Iraqi says, sniff more women menacingly from behind. Wow. Professor Brainy Specs says, Bird of Prey, I had to change my name in YouTube setup and then change it back. Knock on wood, I haven't had a problem since. Thank you, Professor, if that's helpful to anyone. Jedi Bill says, hello, Bird of Prey, Qapla Warrior, hail Caroga. Hail Caroga, and Qapla Jedi Bill. Dee Dee Myers says, Qapla Bird of Prey, how are you and the family? After taking care of NephewOPrey, loved you on Orville Nation last night. Really, don't about you. I enjoyed Orville Nation last night. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Orville Nation last night, Dee Dee. I really am. Professor says, does this mean I have to be nice to you, Bird of Prey? You don't have to be. I mean, if you want to be. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, under a gag order. Well, that's better than the ball. No, why would you say these things? Why would you say these things? Mountains of Elysium says, don't use capital letters when typing. It will take Charlie and get Bird of Prey 5 in trouble. It will wake Charlie and get Bird of Prey in trouble. That is true. That is true. Richie Poole says, a soft-spoken Bird of Prey. This should be interesting. Mountains of Elysium says, I'll be there. Is also a restraining order with the 2 degrees of separation between you and Nicole DeBoer. I'll bet there is also a restraining order with the 2 degrees of separation between you and Nicole DeBoer. I highly doubt she has my full legal name in order to get a restraining order. Admiral Saval says, do you like lamb, Joe? No, I'm not really a fan of lamb. I've eaten it before, Admiral, but certainly not a fan. I wouldn't eat it given the choice of beef or chicken or pork. I'd eat it over, say, venison or some other more weird animal. Yitza says, by the time Bird reads this, they'll be 2 hours further than where we are now. No, I skipping ahead, Yitza. Skipping ahead. Only reading the at Bird of Prey 5s and a few other select chats. Aravic Saunders says, ASMR mode. I like it, but it's making me sleepy. I'm sorry to hear that, Aravic. Hopefully it will wake you up. Sassy is on the move. Please, Sassy, do not bark. Jedi Bill says, hello, Bird of Prey, Qapla Brother Warrior. Hail Caroga. Praise Caroga. Hail Jedi Bill. I read it. I read it earlier. You don't have to put it in again, but thank you. No big deal. I do get to it. Qapla, Jedi Bill. Mountains of Elysium says, fellow nerds, 44 watching and only 20 likes. Please help out the God Emperor Bird of Prey and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and say hi in chat. Oh, thank you, Mountains of Elysium. The Bee's Nest film says, I got a premiere in 20 minutes. Lots of skin in it. Very cool, Bee's Nest. Very cool, guys. Check out the Bee's Nest films if you want film with lots of skin in it. T-Berg says, I think I saw a bird selling head scarves to anti-tracker preaching in Ravenholm and Half-Life. I don't know about half of those words. Dr. Alex Qapla, BedLife, I like the new logo. It says Yitza's logo. It's not new. I've had it for a while. In fact, I've had it on merch for quite a while. Once in a while, when I don't put the camera on, I will use it in place of the camera. So thank you, though, Dr. Alex. All accolades really go to Yitza. Mountains Elysium says Sassy still hasn't forgiven BedLife for giving away her jerky. Sassy neither forgives nor forgets. I think she's forgotten. Richie Poole says what BedLife wants is 0 degrees of separation with Nicole. This is true. Dr. Alex Light, thank you. Carlo Albanese puts in the Caroga flag. The Bee's Nest says you skipped me. If you put in at BedLife 5 Bee's Nest, apologies if I did. I don't see anything. I don't see anything recently, Bee's Nest. If I skipped you, please put in it with at BedLife 5 and retype it. I will certainly say it next time I see it. What's his face? McWhatnot says Qapla, BedLife 5 Qapla. What's this face? McWhatnot. Bee's Nest says BedLife, Raquel, Welch, or Phoebe Cates. I don't understand. Who are those people? Let's Google it. Iconic swimsuit moments. Phoebe Cates. Wait. Oh. I'm not familiar with either of these people. Let's just see if I can't get some Google images of them. I guess it would be Phoebe Cates. Granted, I have no idea. I'm looking at like one picture, but that would have to go Phoebe Cates. If that's the question. Dr. Alex says he's out of touch. I don't know why you're out of touch, Dr. Alex. Rock Solid Productions wants Dear Bop. Yes, we'll get to Dear Bops. Rock Solid agrees with Phoebe Cates. What's this fake? Says, hope you, MomOPrey, SisOPrey, Charlie, NephewOPrey had a Merry Christmas. Thank you. What's this face? Like whatnot. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Bee's Nest, I spelled Phoebe wrong. It's okay. Google picked it up. Richie Fool says, oh my God, I don't know. I don't. I'm sorry. I have no idea who it is. Super Blubberpuss says, BedLife, hello, sir. Happy holidays. Good to see you. Hope you and your family are well. Thank you, Super Blubberpuss. Jedi Bill says, hello. What's this face? McWhatnot. Rock Solid says, BedLife, you just watched Gremlins. Phoebe Cates was Billy's girlfriend. Well, I don't know. But I tell you, from what I can see of her more recently, yes, her. Sorry, phone rang. Guys, I'll be right back.
It's a corner of America with cozy harbor towns. It's salty air, wicker chairs, and a surf that pounds. The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. The spirit of the red, white, and blue. The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. The spirit that we want to share with you.
For your free Massachusetts vacation kit, call 1-800-624-MASS.
わあ、スクランブルエッグマフィン、ハッシュポテト、あ、ホットケーキ、わああれ、大変だ。ここかな、こっちか、よし、ここだ。あれ、もうおいしい笑顔、マクドナルド、みんなもおいでよ。
Ronald McDonald in Dreamy Breakfast.
This morning it seems Ronald's having a dream.
Time for breakfast, Bertie.
Oh, boy, hotcakes.
Hoppin' McHotcakes. After 'em, Bertie.
You betcha.
What? Whoops. Gotcha.
Not you. Ronald, time for breakfast with a friend.
Wow. Yummy hotcake syrup and butter.
Plus juice and milk. Breakfast.
A dream come true.
McDonald and you.
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. It's the real. I'd like to teach the world what the world wants in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. Saturday night, a great new day. It's the Coke raising new heights. Coke is just how you feel when you know it's for real. It's a kick, it's a hit, it's a Coke. Coke is it. I'd like to teach the world just how you feel in perfect harmony. It's for real. It's a kick, it's a hit, it's a Coke. Coke is it.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
It's yours?
No,
Your mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must have...
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's not
Where did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Hertz introduces great low January sale rates, like $69 a week here in Arizona.
Or only $79 a week here in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, Arnie? Well, what about $78 a week here in sunny California?
Or, OJ, only $59 a week here in sunny Florida. Brutal, Juice, brutal.
Hertz, you don't just rent a car, you rent a company.
37 years ago, Club Med made a special arrangement with civilization. Send us your frazzled, you're crazed, you're beleaguered, you're burnt out, you're overburdened, you're tension-riddled, and we'll send you back a human being.
The computer fact.
Sorry about that. Sassy went nuts. Phone started ringing again. It's a crazy day here. Hello? Okay. Yeah, so we're a ways behind now. Rockside wants Dear Bop. Rockside says Phoebe, not Phoebe. I don't care. Doesn't make a difference. Super Blubberpuss is Bird of Prey. Hello, sir. Happy holidays. Good to see ya. Hope you and your family are well. Thank you. I hope you and your family are well too, Super Blubberpuss. Jedi Bill says hello to what's his face, like whatnot. Fox out is Bird of Prey. You just watched Gremlins. Phoebe was Billy's girlfriend. Okay. I get it. Didn't know her name. Still won't remember it tomorrow. What's his face? Says Phoebe. You just watched Phoebe, pronounced Phoebe. Cates was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I don't think I ever saw that movie. Richie Poole says Gremlins and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Come on. These are not movies and Gremlins, obviously, I watch. But Fast Times at Ridgemont High, not something I remember watching. Phoebe, don't get me wrong, she seemed cute in Gremlins. Didn't seem to be anything. She was no Nicole the Boar, I'll tell you that. Jan 23 says Bird of Prey. Never heard of Phoebe Cates. No, it is true. I would not have known who she was. The Bee's Nest has got to go, guys. My premiere is about to start. Take care, Bee's Nest. Dr. Alex is likewise. He'll be back soon. Take care, Doc. Dan23 says Bird of Prey. I hate that McDonald's clown is the creepiest. Ronald McDonald. He doesn't seem the creepy clown type to me, but maybe because I grew up with seeing him. Robert Rose says there's video on here on YouTube about it. The news isn't saying anything about it yet, though. Weird. Yosef says Bird of Prey. Just cut the stream short. You can give us more of your time once you do not need to focus on family first. Yosef, this will probably be a short stream, but let me go ahead and do the Dear Bops, since I didn't get to do anything on Friday. And, this certainly is not going to be a marathon stream, unfortunately, but I did need to, frankly, I felt like I needed to get some stream in for you guys. Robert Rose is Bird of Prey. You've never seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Facepalm. I'm sorry. It's just not one of the ones I ever remember seeing. Crap, what's happened? Okay. Dear Bops. Dear Bops. Let's see. Will it work? What do you guys think the chances are of Dear Bop working without me having to make adjustments? Login successful. Redirecting. Well, then redirect me. Okay. Okay, good. We have Dear Bop working. Let's check. Come on. Yes. Yes, we have Dear Bop's working. Super Blubberpuss says Bird of Prey. Look up Phoebe Cates swimming pool scene from Fast Times. You haven't seen it, or you would have remembered. Probably not. I will try to look it up afterwards. Dan23 says Bird of Prey. McDonald's adverts can differ depending on what country or area you're in. Yes. Oh, very much so. They differ. They differ between state to state, country to country. I mean, hell, in Hawaii, they've got Spam and rice on the menu. That's not something they have on the menu in New York. And God only knows what they have on the menu in Japan. Weird weird stuff. Dear Bop, here is my list of 10 things Russians are good at. Is there anything you would change? 10. Borscht. 9. Appearing as the villain in spy movies. 8. Organized crime. 7. Hacking. 6. Electoral interference. 5. Vodka. 4. Selling inferior military equipment to second and third world countries. 3. Poisoning political targets abroad. 2. Suspiciously falling off buildings. And 1. Getting praised by Joseph. That is a very comprehensive list. I would say they're also really good at car dash monitoring cameras. Everybody in Russia has a dash cam. Everybody in Russia has a dash cam. And they're also pretty good at wild wolves running through the street. Both are solidly Russian. Staying cold, keeping cold. But this is a pretty good list. I'm impressed. Indeed. Very, very good. Very good. And yes, Joseph does seem to occasionally give him a heads up, a thumbs up. Dear Bob, hello. I've been away for a while. My daughter Jamie had a serious accident and has been in the hospital. All she wanted was a baby Yoda doll, and I went to my local Walmart to buy it. I saw one on the shelf, and I called my mother to make sure it was the correct one. Then it was gone. I'm devastated. This pandemic has caused me severe financial difficulties. I can't afford the gas to get to the nearest Walmart so many miles away, nor can I pay the shipping fee to pay for it online. There is a special place in hell for the guy who took it. My little girl isn't going to have a happy Christmas. Love her, Amber. Amber, my tears, I pour tears for you, poor sweet Amber. What happened to you is despicable, and I'm sure karma will come for the man who stole Baby Yoda from you. Joseph says, BedLife, dash cams in Russia and Ukraine are required by some insurance companies for a certain coverage value. Fun fact, Austria dash cams are illegal. In Austria, dash cams are illegal. Fucking Austria. Honestly, that's terrible. How dare dash cams be illegal in Austria? Russia sounds like a better country than Austria. I'm shocked. I wouldn't have thought that, but Jesus Christ. Give me liberty or give me dash cams or give me death. That's what the ancient Americans used to say. Dear Bop, Wonder Woman. All the world is waiting for you and the power you possess. And in your satin tights, fighting for your rights, and the old red, white, and blue. Wonder Woman, how the world is ready for you. And the wonders you can do. Make a hawk a dove. Make a hawk a dove. Stop a war with love. Make a liar tell the truth. Wonder Woman. Get us out from under, Wonder Woman. All our hopes are pinned. Stop a bullet cold. Make the Axis fail. change their minds and change the world. Wonder Woman, A Wonderful World. Well, that is not Wonder Woman 84. I'll tell you that much. I didn't even get to see the whole movie. I barely got to see any of the movie before the HBO Max app on my Roku box simply gave up, stopped working. Dear Bop, Anonymous here. I recently started working at Walmart. The day after Christmas was a living hell. Bob, can you please explain to me why I always seem to get the nutcases? Thanks. Anonymous. There is no scientific proof for this, but Carogan scientists have proven, like aspirin, we can prove that it does work, but we can't prove how it works. We've proven that crazies are drawn to crazies. And so if you get the nutcases, it's probably because you yourself are also a nutcase. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to be a nutcase. If you recognize it, you can draw strength from it, draw some creativity. The world needs nutcases. Sane people do not develop things like atomic bombs and Gatling guns. So we need crazy people. It's fine. Nutcases is perfectly fine thing to be. You have to remember that being a nutcase is neither negative nor positive. It's what you do with it that makes the difference. So you'll be okay. You'll be okay. None of the police team says, BedLife, may the honorable monster who stole that baby Yoda have to wear a pink bunny suit or a rainbow unicorn suit. So say we all. Absolutely. Robert Rose says, BabyOPrey is sleeping, so BedLife is being as quiet as possible. Yes. Yes, I am. If anybody's asking why my voice seems tired, I'm being very, very quiet because NephewOPrey is asleep. Sound reasoning about the nutcases. Yes. Thank you. What's this face? Dear Bop, Bob here. Long break since we wrote you. Greg and I are moving finally. Alejandro left. He found himself a girlfriend. Can you imagine? After everything we gave him, he decided to leave us. Well, however, we decided to wait. We decided we wanted to find us another nice guy with a strong Southern accent. So we are moving to Texas. Can either you or someone in chat give us a tip? What's the best place in Texas? Every tip counts. The best place I know of in Texas is the McDonald's on what is it called? Oakley Drive in Dallas. In the 4500 block of Oakley Drive, the McDonald's restaurant is possibly the best McDonald's in Texas. So highly recommend you check out that place. And for you, you might want to visit the restroom. And I hear you give a couple of taps on the floor if somebody's in the stall next to you, and you might make a love connection. So I can't promise anything, but you could try. You could try. Good luck. And I hope Alejandro has found the peace he was looking for. Roxod's bird of prey is very, very quiet. He's hunting wabbits. Ha 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 ha. NephewOPrey. Was everything okay with Sisko?
Okay.
They're about halfway through unloading the truck. Gotcha. Gonna be a late night. Okay. Dear Bop, everyone is bitching and moaning about 20 and 20. And don't get me wrong, 2020 sucked. But something good happened to everyone in the last orbit around the sun, not including NephewOPrey 5. What are the 3 most positive things to happen to you, and 3 for NephewOPrey in 2020? They want to know what the 3 best things to happen to us, besides Charlie. Well, for me, I'd say it was passing the 2,500 subscriber mark in YouTube, interviewing Cirroc Lofton, and I'll put all the days, because it all happened within a couple of weeks, that Martok, Gowron, and Nicole DeBoer all got to say Hail Caroga, all within the same short amount of time. Thank you to Wesley Crusher and Orville Nation, who helped make those things happen. And to Cameo, for the Nicole DeBoer cameo. So I guess those 3 things. NephewOPrey, do you have any you care to share? You don't have to, obviously. No. Yeah, I don't think it'd be good for NephewOPrey to talk right now. We'd probably just get seats. Okay.
The fact I guess this happened every year, but I am happy I am still here. I made it through another birthday, and I'm able to help both my children. Obviously, my daily being here with Bird and taking care of him, and now being able to help NephewOPrey with Charlie. I'm grateful for those things. Because too many of my friends did not make it to see 2020, as horrible as it was. I did lose quite a bit of friends in 2019, random, like, suddenly, let's put it that way, before COVID, before any of this. So, I mean, I'm happy that I'm here and still able, and obviously I'm happy that my children. And I'm sorry, but the best thing is NephewOPrey. Charlie changed my life. That's it, guys. Be grateful for what you have.
Thank you, NephewOPrey.
You're welcome.
In the chat, we've got the Fed Doc saying, NephewOPrey, I always seem to come in at the most spicy of times. What the hell are you on about? The macas? The macas? I don't know what that is. Kevin Schoenfeld says, Bird of Prey, what is your opinion of T. Edison? I think you need someone like him to keep the nutcases focused. T. Edison? I'm sorry, Kevin. I don't have any idea who T. Edison is. Robert Rose Jr. says, what does Bird of Prey know about love connections in men's bathroom? Only what I've read about online. And it's scary. But if it can help somebody, so be it. What's this Facebook? Whatnot? Because that's probably not the piece he's looking for, Bird of Prey. Mountains of Elysium says, Bird of Prey, weren't you on with Alan Dean Foster too? Yes. Yes, I was. And don't get me wrong, Alan Dean Foster is a great guy. But me personally, prefer Cirroc Lofton and, well, at the time, J.G. Hertzler, being that they were all Deep Space Nine people. And Deep Space Nine is my track. Don't get me wrong, Alan Dean Foster is a great sci-fi guy, but I'm not a Star Wars guy so much. I cared more about DS9. Darth Maul says, Bird of Prey, wasn't the trip to McDonald's in Texas one of those good things for you? Yes, but not in the year 2020. I was in Texas, probably 2007 or 2008. Super Blubberpuss says, Bird of Prey, she sounds very sweet. The Fed Doc says, Bird of Prey, Aussie slang, like what you call McDonald's. Mickey D's. We call it Macca's. No problem. I need to remember that for NephewOPrey. The Macca's. Thank you. Okay, no NephewOPrey, MamaPrey.
No.
Oh, talking to Seth. Kevin Schoenfeld says, Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison keeps the crazies in check. I don't see what it has to do with crazies. My opinion of Thomas Edison is he was a bit of a jerk. I don't think he was the worst person in the world, but I would be Team Tesla rather than Team Edison for sure. Though he did bring a lot of good things to us. He can't be perfect at everything all the time. Okay. Yes, Richie Poole, I did say I prefer Cirroc Lofton. And the Fed Docs is Bird of Prey. And to improve your Aussie foo, Macas is the pronunciation. Macacus. Macas. Macas? Macas. Macas. Okay, Macas. Mountains of Elysium says, I am grateful for the O'Preys, Bird O'Prey, and Mom O'Prey 5, and Sis O'Prey, Nephew O'Prey, and Sassy. It's wonderful. You have all made nerds part of the family. Thank you, Mountains. Roxal says, Bird of Prey just admitted DS9 is better than TOS, confirmed. I don't know if I'd go that far. The Fed Doc says, Bird of Prey, I knew there was something I liked about you, Bird, regarding the Tesla comment. First Edison. Oh, well, absolutely. The Fed Doc says, Bird of Prey, I think your accent is butchering it. No, that's very true. It's very possible. Now, and to be honest, that wasn't really a Dear Bop. That was like it wasn't a request for help. It was like, here, answer a question. But okay, it's okay. Dear Bop, I want your opinion. I'm thinking about becoming an organ donor. I heard it takes guts to become one. Yes. Yes, it does. In fact, NephewOPrey, having been in the hospital ICU setting for so long, they got to see when someone was an organ donor, and when they made the turn for the worst, the organ harvesting doctors would come around like vultures, just waiting for the natural death to occur so they could harvest the organs. I know it saves millions of lives, and I think most people should become organ donors. But I don't know if I could do it. I don't know, but it definitely is a selfless act, and I strongly suggest everybody strongly consider it. Dear Bop, I made a little mess today. I got so excited I wet my plants. Wetting your plants is perfectly acceptable. In fact, many plants prefer to be wet. I see what you did there. You tried to get me to think that you wrote pants, but I picked it up. Dan23 says, Bird of Prey, I think it changed in England, and now when you die, your organs can be donated unless you opt out and say no. I heard certain states were going to try to make it that way, but I'm pretty sure that would all get thrown out in court here. Dear Bob, Harold Dangler here. I am an associate of Richard Head at Bad Robot. I'm getting in touch with you to let you know that I've replaced Mr. Head, as it seems his dealings with you have not borne any fruit. In other words, his deal to reward you with breadsticks for your satisfactory reviews of Discovery episodes may not be enough to obtain the outcomes we are seeking. What tipped us off to your breach of the previous contract was your brutal review of the award-winning episode, Sukal. Let's get things turned around, okay? So I'd like to offer you another deal to see if we can get those reviews of yours back in the 8, 9, or 10 out of 10 category. The next episode is called The Good of the People. Actually, the next episode is called There Is a Tide. They changed the name of the episode. But that's okay. I don't expect you to know it. For the good of the people, and we know that you will love this one. You can give us an 8 or higher, and we will send you Star Trek Discovery Calendar, which shows all the females and non-binary characters in their non-clothed states. Just think, you will get to see Tilly, Burnham, Georgiou, and Adira in their birthday suits. We ask that you please do not share this with your followers or use it only for your own pleasure. So do we have a deal? Please let me know at your earliest convenience. Your friend, Harry Dangler. No, Harry, no deal. No deal. Professor Rainey Specs is Bird of Prey. I am hungry. What should I eat? And will you pay for it? Professor, you should eat a, I'll see what I have a coupon for. And if you send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to me, I will put a coupon for a buy one, get one free food item and return it to you in the mail. And then you can eat that. So, yes. The Fed Docs is Bird of Prey, Richard Head, clever, not that clever. I know. And Richie Poole, TOS, had 5 thumbs up. DS9, 4 thumbs up. The animated series, 3 thumbs up. TNG, 3 thumbs up. Enterprise, 3 thumbs up. Voyager, 2 thumbs up. STD, 5 thumbs down. That's certainly fair, Richie Poole. Dear Bop, I need your advice. I have bed bugs. Thanks to a guest I had over the other night. Yes, she is a lady of the evening, but I expected that she would be somewhat bug-free as her website advertised such. At any rate, I need your best idea for fast eradication of bed bugs before they scare off the other hired help. I tried the old kerosene soak trick, but that just seems to have emboldened the little buggers, and there are now more of them than ever. I also tried a solution given to me from Anti-Tracker using cat urine, and that didn't work either. Any thoughts as to what I can do? My friend Stormy is coming over later, and I would like to and I'd be forever grateful if you could help her brother out. Thank you, Dix Gonzia. Dix, the best thing you can do for bed bugs is freeze them. So the best way to get nice and cold is to get a fire extinguisher, a standard red fire extinguisher for I think they're rated. The one's rated for not for grease fires, for electrical fires and paper fires. You turn them upside down, you spray it, a whole bunch of cold dust comes out. That will kill the bed bugs. It'll also cover everything in dust, but one problem at a time. You can write me next week for how to get rid of the dust. Hint, it involves releasing bed bugs. Dear Bop, this is not meant as a dig, so don't take it as such. Did you have to pay Cirroc Lofton to appear on the interview? Since the low quality Dax charged for a cameo, I'm just curious if Cirroc charged like an appearance fee. I didn't have to pay anything, rock solid, and I highly doubt that Orville Nation had to pay any sort of appearance fee. They were very happy to be there. The Seventh Rule podcast is a YouTube channel, and they are trying to get bigger, just like all other YouTube channels. And anything they can do to get more people, Hold on one second. Sorry, NephewOPrey was using this thing. So they're a YouTube channel. They're looking for more subscribers, and anything they can do to get the word out, they'll do. If that means appearing on different channels, I think they'd probably be happy to do it. Orville Nation has done many streams with them before on their channel, so that's how they knew them. And yeah, I'm 99.9999% sure no money was involved last night. The Fed Docs is bird of prey, otherwise known as the flamethrower approach. The flame, I assume that means flamethrower approach. Dear Bop, if Charlie is nervous or feeling uneasy, use NephewOPrey's perfume or soap. Just enhance the smell he is the most familiar with. 205. He's not nervous or feeling uneasy, but thank you, Yosef. I mean 205. Dear Bop, what's your New Year's resolution? Mine is more of a wish. I wish that toothless shield. No, bad soft putty. Bad soft putty. But as for New Year's resolutions, to be quite honest, I don't do resolutions. I never really have. NephewOPrey thinks he said ditto. I was never one to do resolutions. What's the point? What's the point? Everybody just breaks them anyway. Dear Bop, my name is Phoebe Cates, and it's pronounced Phoebe Cates. I was the actress who went topless in Fast Times at Ridgemont High movie. Obviously, you don't watch great movies. My boobs have been viewed by billions, so please give me the respect and honor that I deserve, that I've earned. I'm hoping to inspire a little stiffy with you soon. Sincerely, Phoebes. I apologize, Phoebes. I had no idea the sacrifices you made. Dear Bop, who is Scotty McBoogerballs? Scotty McBoogerballs was an extremely generous person who, for a time, donated quite a bit to my channel and some other channels, if I recall, on YouTube. I haven't seen the name in many months. Hope they are doing well. No, a candle that burns twice as bright burns for only half as long. That is our Dear Bops for today. And again, apologies on the short stream, but it is a short stream. Things are a little hectic here. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for the comments, the super chats, the well wishes, the Happy New Year's to me and NephewOPrey, SisOPrey, NephewOPrey. It is greatly appreciated. I hope that tomorrow, sometime tomorrow afternoon, probably 4 p.m. or so, I will try to come on with a Open Lines Friday, Open Lines Tuesday, and Space Engineers update. Hopefully all be well for that. And then Wednesday will be DS9 Wednesday again. And we will go from there, guys. I realize Thursday is New Year's Eve. So we'll figure out what's going on. Although Thursday morning I'll be putting out a Discovery review as usual, hopefully. That's the plan. That's the plan. Joseph says, thank you, Bird of Prey. Talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, Joseph. What's this face make whatnot? Says, here's hoping all of you will be well. Thank you, what's this face make whatnot. Qapla all. Bird out. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BedOPrey5.com, the new home of everything BedOPrey5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BedOPrey5 or on BedOPrey5.com. Take care.